All right, awesome. And we'll go ahead and get started. So if you're not already, go ahead and make your way to your feet. So I always like to get you out of the chair and into a standing position, at least for just a few minutes. Once you're there, let's just move front to back a little bit, and then a little side to side, and then eventually settling into some. Apparently I didn't turn it off. That's okay. Once you're here, just tuck the tailbone slightly, pull the belly button in towards your spine. And then let's use an inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, drop them down into the back. Good, 2 more, just like that. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, down into the back. Good, 1 more. Inhale, shoulders to ears. And exhale, drop them down into the back. Good, and just take a moment to feel yourself standing up nice and tall here. And then if the feet aren't already hip width apart, go ahead and take a few steps out, still while keeping the chest nice and open. And then we're just gonna go into a gentle spinal twist. So just allowing yourself to twist from side to side. Arms can go wherever. We're just kind of getting the blood flowing. Awesome, eventually slowing it down, working your way back to center. Good, and then from here, we're just gonna do some nice and easy hip circles. So just starting to draw some circles here. You might need to step a little bit wider. Again, we're just getting the blood flowing, and then we'll go into some stretching. So I always like to get the muscles in the body a little bit warmed up before we go into our stretching. So that's just kind of what we're doing here. When you're ready, go ahead and switch. We'll maybe getting some pops and some cracks here too. Just noticing what's coming up for you, if anything at all. Good, and then when you're ready, go ahead and come back to center, and we're just gonna do some nice and easy shoulder rolls. Maybe moving with the breath. Inhale, shoulders to ears, and exhale down into the back. Good. And just opening things up. Maybe starting to feel a little bit warmer now. Go ahead and switch directions, shoulder rolls forward. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and take a nice big inhale. We're gonna reach both arms up. Grab a hold of your right wrist, lean off to the left side. I am mirroring you. Top arm in line with the ear. Good. Go ahead and hold this stretch. Just release that bottom arm, and we're just going to start to draw some nice, easy circles with that bottom arm. So just starting to open up through the shoulder. Top arm is still reaching up and over. When you're ready, go ahead and switch directions, drawing those circles the other way. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale, bring it back to center. We're going to switch wrists, switch sides. Breathing into the side body. Go ahead and release that bottom arm, and we'll start to draw some circles here one way. Still reaching that top arm up and over, and the other way. Beautiful. Gently release. We're going to bring it back to center. We're just going to bring both hands down to the sides. You can either step or heel toe the feet together. We're going to go into some cat-cow movements here. So we're going to find ourselves in just sort of like a half squat position. Knees behind the toes, not fully bent, but just got a nice bend in the knees here. Hands are going to come to the top of the thighs. On the inhale, we're going to arch the back, shine the chest forward. On an exhale, we're going to round, tucking the tailbone, chin to chest. And we'll just do a few more rounds like that. Inhaling and exhaling. And 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more inhale and exhale. Good. Keeping that rolled position, we're just going to continue our way all the way down to the floor. Good. You might lose me a little bit here, but you get the idea. Just taking a couple breaths here, letting all that settle. And then as you feel ready, bending the knees, we're going to take a spinal roll all the way up to standing. Awesome. From here, we're going to start to make our way to the wall. I think the angles should be fairly decent here. So you can make your way to an empty space on your wall. You can use the back of the door. We did these last week too. These are a couple of my favorite upper body stretches right now, specifically for everyone that's sitting at their desk. This is just a really great way to open things up at the end of the day and in the middle of the day as well. So we'll take both hands to the wall, palms facing forward. You're just going to take a few steps back. And we're gonna come into a hammock position here. So starting to let the chest sink down towards the floor as you push the hands into the wall. Once you're here, think of wrapping the armpits in towards each other. Nice full breaths into the shoulders, into the upper back. And go ahead and take one more full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. As you feel ready, we're just going to slowly come up and we're going to go into our chest stretch. So we'll take our left hand to the wall. We'll turn our gaze towards the wall. I'll mirror you here. And then when you're ready, you're just going to look over your right shoulder and we're going to start to turn away from the wall. So we're now instead of a profile position with the wall. And you should start to get a really nice opening through that left side. Deep breaths here. Awesome. When you're ready, you can slowly unwind and we'll just switch sides. So now we'll bring that right hand to the wall, looking over that left shoulder, starting to turn away and sending some big breaths into this side of the chest. Beautiful. Eventually you can unwind, release, and come back to center. And then we'll just make our way back to our starting position. I like to work a little bit more in the upper body and then we'll go to the lower body. So we'll take the arms out long in front and we're just going to start to do some nice easy wrist circles here. And you might start to get some pops and some cracks here. Just kind of noticing. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and switch. And just drawing those circles the other way. Awesome. From here, go ahead and make a high five with your left hand, and we'll use the right fingertips to just gently pull the fingertips towards the face. Full breaths here. Awesome. When you're ready, go ahead and flip it around. We're going to pull the fingertips towards the belly this time. This one's always a little spicy to me. Beautiful. Go ahead and release and just shake it out. And we'll switch sides. So now high five with the right hand. We'll use the left fingertips to pull towards the face. Big breaths here. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and flip it around, pulling the fingertips towards the belly. Big breaths here. Awesome. When you're ready, go ahead and release and shake it out. And then you can go ahead and grab your chair. We're going to start to move on to the lower body. Just camera here a little bit. Oop. Here we go. All right, so go ahead and find a seat in your chair. We'll start with the feet together, just sitting up nice and tall, both feet flat on the floor, hands to the top of your thighs, palms facing down. Good. Just take a nice big breath in through the nose, maybe closing the eyes. And exhale out through the mouth. Good. From here, we're going to go into a spinal twist. So using inhale to sit up nice and tall. On the exhale, you're going to start to look over your left shoulder, and we're going to use the arm to give us a little bit of support here as we twist over towards the left. Each time you inhale, sit up just a little bit taller. And each time you exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. We'll do a few more rounds like that. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale to twist. 2 more. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And exhale to twist. And 1 more. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale to twist. Beautiful. And then we'll just slowly unwind and come back to center. From here, we're going to reach that left hand up towards the sky. And then on an exhale, you're going to tip over towards the right. So really rooting down with that outside hip. Reaching that arm up and over. Good. Go ahead and come back to center. Keep that left hand raised. We're going to open up the feet wider. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale, see if you can come in a little bit deeper. And you're welcome to use your thigh or the arm of your chair for support here. Try to keep lengthening through the sides of the neck here so we're not just collapsing. Really trying to create some space here. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can come back to center. Lower the hand, bring the feet together. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting, looking over towards the right this time. And we'll repeat that same sequence. So inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Good, 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Slowly unwind, come back to center. Inhale, reach that right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, starting to lean over towards that left side. Deep breaths here. Shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful, come back to center. You can open up the feet just a little bit wider. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, see if you can come in just a little bit deeper. Really rooting down with that outside hip. Good, staying aware of the breath. The more we breathe, the more everything will relax. So really using that as a tool here. Awesome, when you're ready, you can just slowly come back to center. And we're gonna come into a forward fold. So keeping those legs nice and wide. Let's use an inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then on the exhale, we're gonna lean forward with the chest this time, keeping a nice flat back. And then once you feel ready, you're gonna start to drop the head, let the hands fall. And I really want you to focus on sending your breath into your low back. So as you inhale, feel the low back expand. And as you exhale, feel it fall. Good, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're just going to take a spinal roll nice and easy all the way back up. And we're going to repeat that sequence 2 more times. So sitting up nice and tall. When you're ready, starting to hinge from the hips, leading with the chest. Let yourself fall. Hands to the floor. Deep breaths into that forward fold. Inhale as the low back expands. And exhale as it falls. Use your next inhale to take a spinal roll all the way back up to seated. Awesome, and we will do 1 more. So hinging from the hips, leading with that chest, keeping that nice flat back. Good, let yourself fall forward, finding that forward fold. Deep breaths here. Next time you inhale, rolling all the way back up to seated. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring the legs in closer together now. Bend your left leg. We'll cross the ankle over the knee just to start. But before we do that, we're going to get a little bit of mobility going through the hip here. So you're just going to cradle your leg as if you were cradling a baby of some sort. And we're just going to start to move the hip a little side to side. Good. Just gently rocking back and forth. Beautiful. And then from here, we will replace ankle over knee and we'll come into our figure 4 stretch. So this might be plenty for you. You can use your hand to just gently press that knee away. Make sure you're keeping that left foot flexed. If you'd like a little bit more, we're going to start to hinge forward, just like we did in that previous movement. And we're just going to be holding here. Good. And this is going to allow you to deepen that stretch. Make sure you're still lengthening through the neck, lengthening through the upper back. Really sending your breath into that right leg. Good. When you're ready, you can come all the way back up to seated, and we're just going to switch. So you can uncross, right foot goes on the floor, left leg is going to bend, and then finding your cradling position here, and just gently moving side to side, just mostly for mobility here. Good. And then when you're ready, you're going to cross ankle over knee, and we'll come into that figure 4 stretch, maybe noticing a difference between the 2 sides. Again, you have the option to just gently push that knee away, keeping this top foot flexed. If you'd like a little bit more, we'll start to hinge for. I'm really tight here today. Good, big breaths into that left hip. Beautiful. As you're ready, you can come up. We'll uncross. Place both feet on the floor. And then we'll take the hands to the thighs, palms facing down, readjusting as needed, finding yourself sitting up nice and tall. And then if it feels okay, I'll invite you to close the eyes down. And just take a moment to notice how you feel here. Letting all of that settle. Just finding a little bit of stillness, not just in the body, but in the mind as well. Just taking a pause here. We'll close out with a couple of cleansing breaths. So keeping the eyes closed, if that feels okay, we'll take a nice big breath in through the nose. And exhale to sigh it out. And 2 more. Big breath in. And a big breath out. And 1 more big breath in. And a big breath out. Slowly fluttering the eyes open, coming back into your space. That concludes our wellness timeout for this afternoon. Thanks so much for spending a little bit of time with me today.